Let's talk about, I mean, you're already retired, so one of the questions was what we wish we knew before leaving successful careers. And you're only fresh into it. You're only about 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, I'm 3 weeks into it. I'm still trying to find my way. Fortunately, the first week I had my last day, and then we left and went on a week-long cruise, or almost week-long cruise, for Christmas. And then we had our son and daughter-in-law here, and another friend was here. So we've had company the whole time. This coming week, so this is we're actually on today's January 11th for filming. This coming week, tomorrow will be the first day that Dennis goes to work. I'm home, and I don't have an assignment, a work assignment that I need to go sit at my desk for. I'm still working with the immigration attorney and some other things that will occupy some of my time, but not 8 hours or 10 hours a day like I was working before. So, but what I wish I would have known, the way you phrased the question, what I wish I would have known before we retired is I want to encourage everyone, no matter how old you are, to make sure that you put yourself first and you put money into some sort of investment or 401k, if you have a company match especially. If we didn't start this in our 20s, we wouldn't be able to do this in our 50s. And that is very important. So make the sacrifice, get the money in the 401k, because as it grows over time, that's what gives you the opportunity to do something like this.
Absolutely. And I thank Charlie every day for having that forethought when we were younger, because I certainly didn't have that mindset. But that's great advice. If you're, whatever age you're at, start paying yourself first and saving money so that you can do what we're doing. Let's talk about any real fears that you have about this move.
So I have no fears about this move for us. I ran a program management office, was my last role for the software division or outcomes division. Multiple projects, multiple millions of dollars, multiple timelines. So I'm putting together project plans. There's some hiccups in our project plans, but I know how to deal with that. I've put together plans of, we have to sell the house, we have to get our visas. We actually changed our visa type from when we were starting. So everything to me is just, you take a task and you take care of the task. So it's not really, those aren't fears. We do have 2 dogs. I'm not sure if they're on camera. They're wandering around the house, and one is at my feet snoring right now. The 2 dogs, one is 12 years old and one is 11 years old. And my biggest fear is how do we get them safely and comfortably to Sitges. I've talked to the vet about it. We're looking at different options. Some of them are quite expensive. But getting them safely and comfortably to Spain is probably my biggest fear, because they have the age factor against them.
Yeah, I think one of my fears is just the, money. Will we run out of money? Fortunately, we've planned for it, and here's the one dog, Chief. That's one of my fears, but I think we'll be fine. And secondly, I think it's just leaving everything behind here. We put our house up for sale, and fortunately, it sold in record time for this area at this period of time. So that to me is one hurdle that we jumped over pretty easily, and it's really paved the way or cleared the way for us to make the move.
Yeah, going back to the project plan, my project plan had us going under contract in 2 to 3 months, and then having some time before, once we're under contract, some time before closing. We went on the market on a Monday, and on Wednesday we had an offer so that we accepted. That changes things when you're on the market in 2 days and then they want to close in 2 months. So temporarily, between the end of February and when we actually move in April or May or June, whenever that final date is based on the visas and everything else, we're going to have to find some temporary housing. Again, we have 2 dogs so it has to be a dog-friendly place. But for me, it's just another task that we will break down and solve. There's nothing that's not solvable. As for the running out of money part, we just have to make sure that we maintain our budget and stick with our budget, and we should be fine for the rest of our lives.
Great. So let's talk about what we're taking with us. So a lot of people ask, what are we packing everything up and shipping it over?
We found that probably it doesn't make sense to ship stuff over because then it takes a long time to get there. You have to live in between. So we're taking clothes, a lot of our clothes with us, and we're taking dogs.
That's
And
it.
that's about it. We are in the process of getting rid of things. Interestingly, some of the bigger things in our home, the buyers of our home negotiated that they wanted to keep, like our dining room table and some of our living room furniture, and
We have a Murphy bed upstairs that we were wondering how we're going to
how we're ever going to get the Murphy bed down the stairs into someone else. But they negotiated that in the sale. So that actually makes it easy for us. All of my electronic appliances and stuff, I'm going to buy new stuff in Spain so that I can do cooking and show people how to cook. And I want to use, authentic Spanish pots and pans and those types of things. So, and things that we don't need a converter for, because all of our stuff is based for US plug-in versus European plug-in. So we're giving stuff away or selling some stuff. We've things that are very important to us are going to our son and daughter-in-law, but I'm okay with that because all of those things are just things, and even if there's memories tied to them, the memories go with us. The memories will be there.
Yeah, we're trying to be as mobile as possible. God forbid we go there and we don't like it. We want to be able to just pivot and be as agile as we can. So finally, let's talk about how to emotionally detach from your identity at work. I mean, we've been professionals for for more than half of our lives, almost all of our lives. So I know you're going through it right now. Talk to us about how you emotionally detach from that 9 to 5 guy, or actually not even 9 to 5, the 24-hour guy that you were for many, many years.
Well, I haven't actually emotionally detached yet. I have my work coworkers. A lot of my coworkers are also my work family, and so we've been talking every day. Not necessarily during Christmas when we were on the cruise, but the rest of the time, they've been back at work for a week. Many of them I've talked to every day. Some are following us on social media, so I see that they're out there. I've reached out to a couple of people. Sometimes we talk a little bit about work, sometimes not, but mostly the friendships that we developed, it's important that we maintain those friendships. Or it's important to me to maintain those friendships. So I joked on a group text on Friday, that even though I don't have my work computer upstairs in my office, I have my home computer, and I feel like my personal computer, and I feel like every day I need to still get up and have my protein shake or whatever and go sit at my desk. It's that habit of doing that for 20 something years. It's hard to get rid of. So I'm trying to work on that. And for a little while, I think that's okay, because working with the immigration attorney, and we're doing things like renewing our driver's licenses before we leave the country and stuff like that. So we have a grumpy dog. I'm not sure if you can hear him, but he's being grumpy right now. But those kinds of things I haven't detached from. And I know that we've even talked with my friends. We've even talked that with the time change for where I am, it'll be morning here, and they can still call me in the morning. It'll just be afternoon for me. And so in the afternoons, I'll have something to do when I'm in Spain, is talk to my friends in the US. So
Cool. As for me, I think I'm just ready to move on. So, unfortunately, I've got a lot of hobbies and interests that I want to pursue. So I'm definitely really eager to get into that, continuing my ukulele, learning Spanish. I'm an avid tennis player, so I want to do all that.
And he'll still be doing the same type of work. What you're seeing here is us
Production
filming and production. We're going to do that. We're actually starting a company. I had mentioned we changed our visa. Originally, we were going on something called a non-lucrative visa or a retirement visa. A lot of people call it, where you cannot work in the country or anywhere. You can't work anywhere when you're a guest in their country on a visa. We're changing that to a self-employed visa. We're actually starting a company in Spain, a production company or content creation company. So we can do all this and have it as our quote unquote job, so that if this does make money for us, we're not penalized by the country of Spain or the US. We'll have to pay taxes and stuff.
Yeah, originally we were going to do this just for fun, and with the non-lucrative visa, in the rare chance that this can make us money, we didn't want to handcuff ourselves. So we were going to do it anyway, just because this was something for us to do. It would be fun. It would really give us an opportunity to, explore Spain and document it for our friends here in the States. And why not be able to monetize it if we can?
Well, we're going to do. It helps for travel to Spain, because we're going to share the best places we find in Spain. There's also some of the things that we want to do is, like, we want to look for the best paella that we can find, or I've already tasted some really good hot chocolate in Spain and churros, and I want to make sure that that is the best hot chocolate and churros. So we're going to be searching for the best things in Spain, so that you'll want to come to Spain as well as teach you how to do some Spanish cooking, because some of you know, some may not know. During COVID, we started a video blog called Charlie in the Kitchen. You can look on Facebook or Instagram and find the old episodes. We haven't posted any episodes in a while, but we can now start posting episodes. We've got more in the can. But I was teaching people easy ways to cook Southern food. As I learned how to cook Spanish food, I want to bring that to the people in the US. So you can, even if you're not in Spain, you can cook authentic Spanish food.
Wonderful. So that's really the first part of our journey. We're really just getting started. The pieces are in place for us to make the move, and I hope you follow along with us as we navigate the process to immigrate to Spain.
As our gay men on pause.